Hi everyone, welcome to my video. Today I'm doing a quick review on a new product that I'm trying out. I'm trying to switch up my contour game a little bit just to give myself a bit more warmth and depth in the facial region during the colder months. So I thought, why not buy a palette that's designed for summer? So I went ahead and I jumped onto Beautylish, don't go to the other one, it's probably not a good website. And I had a look at what they had in their new items area, and I found there's a brand that I've never tried before. It's called By Terry. It's meant to be more of a higher end brand. I think in terms of cost, it may have been $89 or $90 USD. So do the conversion for the AUD. It's certainly not cheap, which is kind of annoying, but at the same time, Beautylish has a like a lay-by kind of thing where you pay in installments. That's not good, but it's also really good. So yeah, I bought a few things, and here is what I got. So it's a little bit shiny and reflective. I don't really know if you can see that, and it's got fingerprints all over it because I've been touching it. It's called the By Terry Sun Designer Palette, and it's meant to have 6 colors, 6 shades. So it's a blush, bronzer, blush, highlighter, and instant healthy glow. And in terms of how much product is in here, it measures 15 grams. So it's quite a nice cardboardy feel. It's purple on the outside, and then just on the ends it is silver, which is really quite pretty. I have been holding off throwing out the packaging because I think I might even just keep it. So you open it up at one end. Out comes the palette. It's in a little faux velvet sleeve, which is really nice. I will probably be keeping this, and that way just storing the palette inside so it doesn't get scratches. So what you do is you simply pull out the palette, upside down, voila. How nice is that? And doesn't it have a real summer feel to it? I just think that the design itself is sort of, I don't know, for some reason I just associate it with warmer months. So that's it there. On the back it is just simply black. You can see it does attract fingerprints. So it says By Terry Sun Designer Palette, 2 light and tan vibes. So okay, now there were 2 variations of the palette. One was for lighter skin tones, one was for darker. I was really attracted to the darker one, and I said no, because if you get it and it's way too dark, you're going to have a palette that you've really invested in, a good quality one that costs a lot, and you can't use it, and that would just be devastating. So there's a little area here where you pop your finger in to lift the lid. So it comes with a mirror. I don't think the mirror had a plastic sleeve on it, which was interesting. So this is what it looks like inside. It does have By Terry in the sort of ripple edges. I guess this side so far, what I've been using this for is my bronzing. So for nighttime looks, so lately I've been having meetings in the evening, and I want something that's going to show up in the dark a bit more. Or if I'm going away on the weekend or going out at night for dates, whatever, I'll do that. So darker shade, but otherwise this shade here is actually still really dark. You wouldn't think on the camera this kind of looks more like a yellowy shade. This is probably my go-to bronzing shade for just normal wear and tear during the day. There's also an illuminator down here, and this one's more of a goldy illuminator, so this one's sort of a pink. This is more of a gold. And this pink here I have been gently using as a blush. Only reason being because it's just, everything in here is so shimmery. It's shimmer central. So I will show you again where the Terry is. So this here, it says By Terry. What I do like is that each color has a black line through it, and so far I can't really determine what the black line is, whether it's part, oh yeah, no. The black line is part of the palette, so this ripply line, that's actually plastic. I think that's good. I don't like how you can blend shades in palettes sometimes, and then you end up ruining shades or making a completely new color with 2 shades that you've accidentally put together. So what I've done is I've done a normal face. Apologies for the wet hair. My hairdryer is broken, and I'm waiting for a new one to arrive. So this is annoying. Don't know how I'm going to style my hair without blow drying it first. We'll see how I face that challenge for the day. Anyway, so again, excuse me for messy brushes. I don't actually clean my contour brush until the end of the week. I find it doesn't really need it. Same for my blush and my illuminator one. But eyeshadow, that kind of thing, I will wash it after every single use. And it'll be dry by the next day. I have a good system going. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is, today I'm probably going to be working just in the office. I'm probably not going to go for something overstated. So I'm going to stick to the lighter brown. I'm going to show you how it appears on my skin. So it's just a matter of, my brush fits quite nicely. You can see like that's how it fits. I'm going to just grab the product, so drag it along. It's quite pigmented. You can see straight away. Look how much product is on there. Let's see whether that was a good or a bad thing. I want my mirror. So I'm just going to go straight from where my cheekbone starts near my hairline and drag it down. So you can see it's quite a subtle shade. I'll just grab a little bit more. Go on the other side. So I guess you can see probably on this side a bit more that it is quite, it's quite a natural shade. It goes well with my skin if I'm not wanting something that's too over the top. But I'm going to go OTT a little bit. I'm going to go for the middle shade in that bronzing area. Interesting. There we go. I wasn't sitting flat. Once again, I'm going to start from the hairline, drag down. So you can see it's a bit darker now. Yeah, much nicer shade. Just grab a little bit more. I do find that this will wear during the day and will come up a little bit. So try and pack on a bit more in the morning. So you can see it along here. Not as obvious on this side, so I'm going to have to even up my application a little bit. What I also like to do is I like to then just sort of drag it up around the hairline. It minimises the size of your forehead and it adds a bit of contour and a bit more shape. So, and then what I do is I sort of just push it up into the hair, which, you know, in terms of removing your makeup at the end of the day is a bit of a nightmare. But really, it doesn't really matter in the long term. Unless you're probably prone to acne on your hairline, then that might be a problem, but touch wood, I'm not. So in terms of the shimmer of this particular palette, I find that probably the darker shade, let me show you. This darker shade does have the majority of shimmer. The sort of lighter tan is more of a maybe slight metallic, but mostly matte. And then I'd say that the lightest one is more definitely matte. So, you know, this really is more of a, look at it, it's very summery. So I'll just quickly finish up. I'm almost done. Oh, I wish my hair was dry. So that is the bronzing section done. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to apply the illuminator. So I'm going to use my Zoeva 128 Cream Cheek Brush, because I like the angle of it. It just seems to work well in terms of just driving down, just sitting above where I've applied my bronzer. So the colour that I'm going to use is, I'm going to use a lighter pink here rather than the gold. The gold here is probably a lot darker, so probably better for the warmer months when I might have a bit of a tan. Might. Anyway, so I'm just going to pick up there. And there's only a little bit on the brush. You can see just in the corner. I'm being really careful. And just, yeah, and I just realised I should use a mirror in the compact itself. Whoops. Straight away, can you see? That is a really good illuminator. Highlighter. Look at that. Beautiful. I'll just grab a little bit more. I'm going to do the other side. The way that I like to see whether the illuminator is sufficiently on is do this. And then look at the reflection about, yeah, illuminate it up. And I've also been doing the tip of my nose lately. I just think it's pretty. Even though my nose does get oily later on. Oh my god. Sometimes, I don't know if anyone else suffers this problem, I'll put it on, I'll be like, it's so pretty. Let's put more on. And then you OD. And you get too much highlighter on you. Okay, last step. I'm now going to go ahead and use a bit of the pink blush. So just that color there. It is, I don't know if you can really see. Maybe not, but look, it does apply with a sheen to it. So yeah, I'm a little unsold on that as a blush. For me, I want this area to shine. This area here, if it's shiny, it's not my look. I think Jaclyn Hill usually has quite a YouTuber, usually has quite an illuminated face, even in her cheek area is quite shiny. I don't like that look, only because I've been fighting what seems like since forever, the oil, probably since adolescence, on my face. I don't want to really attract and plant it on there. But let's see how I go with the pink. So I'm just gonna, I remember this is incredibly pigmented, so it is good. Tiny bit, just see in the middle where it's squished down. Just gonna go on the apples of my cheeks, so smiling. Gently blend it around and up. See, straight away there is a sheen. It's okay, I'll just roll with it today. So look, it's nice. It's a healthy kind of pink rose to my cheeks. This is really good. I would take this traveling. If I was going to Cairns, this would be definitely, so Queensland, this would definitely be in my bag, my carry-on luggage, because my God, I would not want this broken in transit, and at least if I had it with me, it'd be my fault if I broke it. I think it's a good palette. I think it's expensive, but if you're going to invest in something really special that you're going to appreciate, why not? And the pigmentation is pretty outrageously impressive. I think out of 10, I would give this an 8. The only thing I'd probably give it out of a 10 out of 10 would be my Becca Champagne Pop highlighter, because that is amazing, and I've almost used it completely up, which just is evidence of how much I really appreciate it, and it deserves that 10 out of 10. Yeah, so have a look at this. Jump onto the Beautylish, not Bootylicious website. See the reviews on there, and they're really complimentary, and I probably will be adding my 2 cents once I get a chance. So yeah, this is my face for the day with By Terry's Sun Designer Palette. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon for another video. Bye for now.